Hello and welcome to this episode of the Everfanshow. I'm here with the famous Zachary Leving, the composer for the short film of Shadow of the Conqueror. And today we will be discussing a subject that we've seen in the comments of our latest videos. So, yeah. And before that, we have a quick announcement. If you haven't seen, our Discord server is now up. So if you want to discuss with us, hi, Mr. Wolf, how are you? So if you want to discuss with us live, you can join our Discord server. It is the first link in the description below. So if you want to join us, and a bit later during the live stream, we will be having a quick discussion if there is anyone connected to the Discord server live, so we can discuss live directly with you
in chat
in the Discord server. Yeah,
with voice chat.
With voice chat. So it's gonna be a first time where we can discuss directly with you in voice chat instead of just by reading the live chat. Okay, so now with the subject at hand, Zach, what's happening?
Okay, so since you're throwing me the ball and I didn't expect it, that's okay. I'll try to do my best. A lot of the comment that we saw earlier is that people are kind of wondering why we do so many things. So like, why do you do so many stuff at the same time? You know, we're developing a role-playing game where we have 3 different shows, plus we're doing the short film, and people are like, why? Well, I think the main thing is just that you need to remember that it's all stuff that we would do on our own usually. We just decided to share it with people. We don't have to, but we thought, why not? You know, like this role-playing game, we would have done it even if we had no one checking or no one playing, we would have done it just for us too. And that's the same thing with like the short film review and everything. It's just stuff that we love doing. So we're going to continue doing it just because we like it. And for sure it's different, but I think it's a good thing to, you know, just show what we do artistically on a regular basis. And I think that's pretty much the answer that we have, is that we could just like make the game for ourselves and nobody would ever see it, and that's perfectly fine too, because we done it for years. But we're like, since we have this platform, why not just put stuff on it, you know?
Yeah, we want, since we have you here with us, we want to share with you what we're creating. It's not like I've started creating stuff 3 months ago when the channel started being active. If you remember, Zach, we were planning on doing films back in high school, and
yeah, second year of high school. It's like we've been doing that for over maybe
15 years,
15 years, something like that. And it's just that usually we would just not
keep
show everything that we do, but we would just keep it for ourselves. For sure, we're going to still do stuff about Shadow of the Conqueror because this is still our main project. We still, like, this is just a dream come true. But at the same time, every other project that we do on our side, we're just sharing it here instead of, because I had my personal YouTube channel for a while and most of the people in the team do, but we're just like, since if I want to do a video, why not just share it with people here, right? It's just...
Hey, just so you know, I have 3 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I have less subscribers than videos.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just to answer Austin, we did some terrible movies while we were in high school. I started composing music at 11, so it was still pretty bad. But I got better with time.
I was working on films since I was 9 years old, if I remember correctly.
Snow War doesn't count, Damon. You can't go back to that.
But I was working on professional films at the same time as I was doing snow.
Oh yeah, that's true. You were an actor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was an actor. I was at the conservatory at that time, and we just did it for fun, literally. So
Yeah.
we still do that, I guess. And Daylan works in live stream. That's his regular day job, and that's why it's easy for us to set up these kind of live stream and everything, and that's why we like it too. In a way, I still play tuba in the army, so I still do music a lot. I mean, pretty much, and I have multiple gigs every week, and it's just like we do that, so why not share it, right?
Yeah. So while earlier, just to give you an idea, I have written 7 novels, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but they're all terrible.
Yeah, but they're all terrible. I would not I would not wish any one of you read them, just because I think it would be a torture for you.
It is a
But
torture. And yeah, that's a good question. Sorry, I'm always watching the chat. After Shadow of the Conqueror, any other adaptations planned? Of course, and I think kind of the Discord server is kind of here for that too. So if you want to go and just start by introducing yourself and everything, we have a part where you can just propose idea. If you have any novel you think we should try to adapt, or anything you want us to do, or if you have ideas for project, if you're like, well, I would love to do this project, but I don't know.
Eventually, you'll do something good.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, that's what we're doing. We're kind of just shooting a little bit everywhere, right? So it's like, why not try it, right? I don't think we have much to lose, because
I have something that you're not even aware of, Zach. I was discussing with Patrick from Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
And he's in contact with an author of another fantasy novel that is interesting in having his book adapted, and he was thinking of using us.
Why don't we have Patrick on the live? That's the only question I have.
He's very, very busy right now. I don't know if you guys are aware. I'll show that to you. Let me open my Kalamazoo.
But I'll just keep that in note. Keepers of the Lost City by Shannon Messenger. Oh, for sure. I'll read part of it.
Okay.
If it's possible. And
first of all, Kalamazoo just released their Kalamotion. So
that's true.
It's the LARP lightsabers. So basically, well, we can't call them lightsabers, but
they're lightsabers. Don't forget. They're great.
They're lightsabers. Fuck. So
hey.
Sorry.
We're past the first minute. That's fine.
So yeah. It's we've seen them firsthand. Me and Zach when we went
amazing.
to their. It wasn't released back then, so we couldn't talk about it. But now that it's released, they're very cool. They're planning other handle designs, but right now they only have one. And basically,
and it's amazing. The weight balance is insane. For me, it's just like we tried it and we couldn't talk about it for a long time. But yeah, it's really amazing. And I really hope we can do seeds though.
So you have real-time movement detection, entirely customizable sound and lighting pattern, customizable vibration, rechargeable batteries integrated.
By the way, we're not paid to say that.
No.
Just so we're clear, we're just like...
we just like Kalamazoo. They're not sponsoring us. They didn't ask us to talk about this. And I don't even know if you saw it, but they released another of their swords as well.
What's the new sword? Oh, is it the new one from how's it called?
Witcher?
The video game, yeah.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Yeah, I really like it.
So they just released. If you haven't seen it, they just released yesterday the series sword.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
Where is it?
I'm just gonna check if anyone want to jump in the Patreon. I'm managing it right now. I'm managing so I can add.
I can't. It's not even on their. Okay, here it is.
But you can see it
Series
on their
sword.
YouTube channel.
Okay, so.
Is it their new model of blade?
So they have 3 versions. So they have the beige version. So if you're a Lindy beige fan, you're probably gonna go with the beige version.
Just because of his name, or?
So I think you don't listen to his channel enough.
No, I don't. I never listened to his channel.
So then you have a black version and a relic version, which is a battle damaged version.
That's pretty cool. I prefer battle damage sword that they do.
And it's also it's cheaper than the master crafted version. So basically how they do it is the superior version, if I remember correctly, has less handwork on it. So it's more just the molded sword out of the mold with a bit of retouching, but then the master crafted has a lot of hand painted stuff on it, and the relic ones basically they add damage to it afterwards, and paint it so it looks more damaged. So yeah, it's okay. Let's go back on subject. I think.
What subject?
So we were talking about having too many projects.
Oh yeah, that's still the subject.
Okay. So yeah, what we were saying is that when let's say I have how can I say that?
Okay, I have the way to say it. Dalen doesn't sleep. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know. So he's like, if I have time to do play video game for 1 hour before going to sleep because I just did 14 hours, what should I do? And then he works on another project, which is pretty insane, but that's why we have so many things. I thought one of the controversy was the Attack on Titan thing, where Dalen did that for years. Zachary Dalen, that's in choice of book I thought could use an adaptation. Sorry, I just always read the comments. I'm too... I personally, yeah. I
am
really
currently reading Narnia.
Yeah, Narnia is really good, but the movies kind of suck.
And I was reading the first book and I was like, why didn't they do that one in a movie?
I don't know. It's like the books are really good, but the movie kind of sucked. I would really like, what's it called? Utopia in English too? There was a couple of books by K.A. Applegate that I used to
a problem for me is that I'm not a big reader.
Yeah.
If you look at my library, it's full of miniatures, not books.
Mine is full of manga, so I don't know. But yeah, I think I would really like to, if we could produce my script that I did for...
Okay.
Which would be cool.
So yeah, exactly what Zach said. Basically, when I work my 40 hours a week, then I get home, and basically I look at all the projects I have going on, and okay, I'm gonna work on the rules for the game. Then I work on it for, let's say, a few hours. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, but I need Zach's approval before I continue working on that. So then I stop working on the game and I start working on something else. And let's say I go and start working on Shadow of the Conqueror. Then I get to some point where, okay, yeah, but I need this to be approved by Francis. And then Francis needs to have it approved by Rux, which then needs to be approved by Shad. So... So I can't work on it until all of this has been done. And right now we're currently in this work. Francis is working on a new version of the script, which is expanding it. So after our
yeah, that's
last,
true. We did it.
after our last live stream with Jesper Tones, I was like, oh my god, he's doing so much with so little.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that we cannot do more. So
we
I
decided to add
called
it.
Francis and I said to him, add whatever you want to the script. I really told him that. And once he's done writing the additional content for the script, we're going to go to Rooks and see what's feasible and what's not. Cut a little bit back on it if it's too much. Then get it approved by Shad.
Yeah. So just to say it as a YouTube thumbnail, because I think that's important. That's important. We're making a longer movie. Like it's gonna be longer than what we initially.
We're trying to. I can't guarantee anything, but right now we're thinking of going from 5 scenes to 8, 9 scenes, something like that.
Yeah, and it's especially one of the things that we looked at is that the scene that we take for the scene that we absolutely wanted to do was really like expands complicated scenes to do, you know, like full of special effects, which is why it costed that much. We're gonna keep these scenes, but since we got more money from you guys than we initially thought, right? So what we decided is that we can use this money to, instead of just, you know, like building up everything on the scene that we actually were already planning, we decided that maybe it's just possible to add more scene, which I think is kind of...
Well, it's like I said, it's not necessarily going to be the case. We have to confirm it with Rux, because
everybody knows Rux, the girl that says no.
The girl that says no.
That's her job.
She's going to have to approve the budget before we say, okay, we're going to add this or this scene.
Yeah, or like orchestra, you know. All the things that I'm just waiting on. I love putting Daylan on the spot, by the way. We know each other too well, so.
So other projects that we're working on, and Zach mentioned it, we're working on another short film in collaboration with Kill Missile.
Yeah, which is really cool. I wrote one of the script. We don't know which script we're taking right now, for sure. It takes time. But me and Francis worked on it, and that'd be amazing to do.
We didn't talk about it yet because there's nothing confirmed about it. So we... and now we're talking about it while we shouldn't, because when you talk about something on the internet and then you don't deliver on it, you get crucified. So...
No, I don't think so. I mean, from what I have seen, for the people that always watch the Everfanshow and everything, they're really supportive. And I just want to add that every time that we have a live or anything, I just feel like all you guys are so supportive. It's to a point that I know people that are gonna be there, and I'm super happy to see them. Misting Wolf, always happy to see you. Don't forget to send me your book, your story. I really want to hear it. And I mean, we really have the best people with us. And I mean, this is a live show. So, of course, we can talk about stuff that we want to do and stuff that we think will work. And if something doesn't work in that, well, it's a live show. It's not like... And we're always going to release something. If we release a short film or something like that, it's going to be super high quality. That's for sure. It's so important for the whole team, for us. This is the minimum. But if it's just for a live show, we're okay to just talk about what project we're working on right now.
Sorry.
You're just checking the Attack on Titan thing?
Yeah, I was prepping. I was prepping it to talk about it, but yeah. So,
I haven't seen the. He's talking about the. Can't wait to hear it. The Lost Cities from Page to Screen. Page to Screen. I don't know them. Do you know them, David?
No.
So we need to know them. that's things to learn about.
Okay. Take note of it, and we'll look into it after.
Yeah, I did.
So, Attack on Titan. So, this is the thumbnail I did for the first, second, third episode, fourth episode, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth episode. And yes, there are only 8 episodes in season 1 instead of 25.
So he's doing that just so we're clear. He's doing that for fun. He would have done it anyway. So these videos are it's that he un-anime the anime. So sometimes in anime they add a bunch of stuff that is completely boring. And I talked with Dylan about it. The training camp in Attack on Titan, there's a lot of scene which you're just like, why am I looking at someone just doing nothing
Zach,
for 5 minutes?
Don't go too much, because Zach. By the way, Zach didn't like Attack on Titan.
Okay, I hated it.
I'm a super big fan of Attack on Titan. So, he. I didn't cut much from the training scenes, by the way, just to give you a heads up when you're gonna listen to it. But yeah, like I said in the video, I cut approximately 30% of the show. So basically, I'm cutting or moving. I'm not necessarily cutting, but every time they interrupt the action. Because I'm going to give you an example of, if you listen to, let's say, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, and during the big battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin, you get cuts to like a flashback of him talking with Padme in the plains of her planet, Naboo. So, do you think it would break the flow of the action? Because there are some scenes that they do similar things to this in Attack on Titan. And okay, I agree that Attack on Titan itself is very, very good, but I've seen some people say that it's perfect, and what I'm gonna say is that nothing is perfect, and some people are gonna hate my version, and I understand that. I only share it to you because I like it. So if you don't like it, just go and rewatch the original version, and that's it. Simple as that.
And it's free. So.
Yeah, and it's free. So you can go and watch it through our Patreon, but you don't have to pay anything to get access to it. It's just easier for us to release it there than anywhere else. So yeah, you can watch it there, and I even have my editing software here opened. That I don't even know if it's going. So it gives you an example of what my editing of one episode looks like. So this is season 2 episode, the new episode 1, the new episode 2 of season 2, and it's 1 hour long. So instead of getting 25-minute long episodes, you get 1 hour long episodes, which I think is better, because I don't like to have to change episodes every time. But yeah, so I'm just trying to find something like, okay, I think it's yeah. So in okay, so that's the example I was looking for. So in season 2, there's if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, you're gonna know there's a battle around a tower, a castle, Ulfgard Castle, I think they call it. So that's we were seeing the battle here. I'm just gonna give you some sound here. I'm not sure if you were hearing it. Okay, anyways. So during this battle scene, there are constantly intercutting in between scenes of this part, which is basically a long discussion of what they're planning to do and of different things that they learn about. So instead of just intercutting the battle with these scenes, I put all of the scenes of them talking together, and I put all of the combat scenes together, so that way you have a complete discussion that gets that you learn everything in one shot, and then you have the battle. So you have the battle that is not interrupted. And some would say that, okay, yeah, but what you're losing is the fact of learning things as you go. So you learned everything in advance. But it just, for some things, it just makes it more stressful and more, oh my god, what are they gonna do, because you know it more in advance. So and if you're rewatching it for the second or third time, then you already know it, so it's not a big change for you, in my opinion. So yeah. Zach.
Yeah.
What were you? You're very silent.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not. I wanted to talk to Francis. I want to know if do you know if Francis is free tonight?
If he's free?
Yeah.
I don't know. If he,
I
think he's working.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Mike is echoing a bit. Your mic isn't working. Never mind. Oh, it's back. Okay, so you had a little moment. I think we should talk about the game. I think that'd be interesting. We're gonna have a release version for the testers in a few days, maybe tonight. I don't know.
Well, not tonight. I don't guess. So right now we're at version 0.6, alpha 0.6, and we added a lot of very nice Torbjorn art. So
by the way, thanks to Torbjorn for letting us use his art for the. It's really. It's
yeah.
really
so
appreciated.
Right now, what the last few things that we want to do before doing the alpha release, because it needs to be working at least before we release it. So what we're working on right now is the magic system. So me and Zach have been discussing about how we're going to do magic and what the spells are going to be and all of that. So you can see we've worked on a few spells here, and then you have a list of spells that we thought of but that aren't detailed.
That's where we are right now.
So like you have, okay, we're going to have a time spell. But
slow select time for someone or something, I guess.
So
can you put the stuff that is done, like the formation? Like, it's really not good to show too much alpha.
You want me to show formations?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting part.
Okay, so this is one of the parts that we like of the system. So basically, we focused a bit more what the system was gonna be, based on feedback that we got from playtesters. So the feedback that we got so far was that it maybe wasn't clear enough what our goal was. So our goal basically is to make a role-playing game that has a skirmishing aspect to it. So instead of just being one character fighting one monster, it's one character with 3 companions fighting 5 monsters, let's say. So it's more the game is built more to have small groups. So you can fight individually, or you can fight in small groups, or you can fight in large groups. The rules are adaptable to the size of the battle that you want to do. So if you want to do a battle with 1,000 miniatures on the table, you can. But I don't have 1,000 miniatures, so and if you want to do a battle 3v3, it's also something that's possible. So how the formations work basically is that any units, and when we talk about a unit, it's a single miniature. When multiple miniatures allied touch each other, they're considered in formation. And then you have different types of formation. So you have open order, which is basically an
all-around defense, pretty much, right?
Yeah, no, it's open order is more like an unorganized formation. So it's the basic type of formation. Then you have the battle line, the marching column, the charging wedge, the standing square, and the ritual circle. The ritual circle basically is a formation that's more geared towards mages and not towards fighters. But yeah, so you have the basic formations that you can use to attack or defend your army. And yeah, so right now we have 47 pages.
It's pretty light still. The objective is to have it pretty light. That was one
yeah,
of our main
Zach at first was like, I don't want it to be more than 25 pages. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, we tried. That's the important thing, right? And I think it's just that our objective is not to have the most complicated game, is to have the most simple realistic system at the same time. We want it to be.
One of the things that we were thinking recently is like, okay, so so we have this rule that we want to incorporate. Is it complicated to use? If yes, when is it complicated to use? Because there are complicated rules to create, let's say, your character, but then that it's simple to use while you're in a battle. And you have rules that are complicated to use in battle, but that are simple to just, I'm gonna add this skill, and it's simple like that. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible for when you're actually doing something, and making it a bit simpler for when you're doing and we're allowing things to be a bit more complicated while you're doing the character creation or things like that. One thing I want to show, because so you have a few species that have their stats decided. Obviously, we didn't put a description of every species with what they do and all of that right now because it's very basic. So, and eventually we're gonna add on it and we're gonna get a lot more species with more description, more lore on them. But right now we're still in alpha, like we said, so it's just the basics of what you need to play. Then we have the equipment, and that's the thing I want to show. So the equipment, you have equipment for everything from the Stone Age to the Space Age. So I want to stop here and show you that we also have included nuclear bombs in the weapons.
It does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Honestly, it's just a funny thing to include because basically the result is anyone on the battlefield is dead. No matter the armor, no matter the whatever. So including it and putting a stat on it is stupid, but it's there. So then we have some mounts that we created and some vehicles. So right now we have no ships and we have no planes, no sky ships, no.
But we have train, so you can
we have
train.
We have.
And I will make the pirate train campaign for everyone who wants to be a pirate train. That is coming, whether you like it or not, Dalen. It's not. It's not your choice.
I will not include this in my book.
That's okay. There'll be a pack. I'll release it for everyone who wants it for free, for sure. And everything will, just to so you know, the whole book here will be released for free. And if you want to alpha test it, for sure, just join the Discord server.
Yeah, so it's gonna be released. Okay, so we're gonna try to release it this week, next week. Because we want everything to be complete at least before we release it for playtesting. And we're gonna put a download link on Facebook, on Discord, and on Patreon.
And on Discord, it's really easy to give us your comments and everything, like live. And you can also search for groups.
There's
make a group to play test it online for sure. And
there's a group chat on the Discord channel to do that. And there's a lot of times that I want to playtest it, but that I have nobody to playtest it with. So if there are people that are logged in to Discord and I'm trying to playtest something, I might reach out to you and try to playtest it with you.
Which is,
That would be a great idea. I just had it and I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, why not? You know.
So, okay. Was there anything else that we wanted to discuss? Sorry, guys. I have not looked at the chat for a few minutes now.
I'm always looking at the chat, so don't worry about it.
So, is there anything interesting?
I know I have mentioned this to the point. But I guess. Do you think the score would be? I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so I will need to read it first. But yeah, I'll read it for sure. If you said elves, usually when I do anything about elves, I use a lot of ARP and a lot of mysteriously textures, just to get that kind of impression of, magic creature and everything. There's some technique that I use a lot for that. So that would be a way to do it for sure. I need to read it. If it's super good, well, I'll pester Dalen forever until we make it. So that's kind of what I do.
Misting Wolf, just to reassure you, there is going to be ships and planes and all of that in the final version of the system. I just don't think they'll be ready for an alpha release. Because we need to balance them and all of that, and it takes some time. I don't see anyone connected to the Discord server yet. So
Yeah, there is.
but
Misting Wolf is already reconnected,
okay.
talking a bit, and there's a new guy coming in. And I'm just yeah. So for the Discord server, if you want to know how it works, it's super easy. You just connect, you do a short introduction, and then I'll attribute you to a role, and then you'll have access to the whole server.
I meant if someone wanted to chat directly with us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. Do someone want? They just have to go in general chat, right?
Yeah. If anyone joins the general chat right now, we can go and have a quick discussion with them live. If not, then I think we're pretty much done for what we had to discuss.
Yeah, I think so.
So, I'm Cinnabar in Discord. I play DL, and she's my autre for main. I'm not sure. Uta.
Did someone just?
Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for today, Zach. And
yeah, I think so.
Me and Zach have to go back and start working on the game if we want it to be released for next week.
Yeah.
So
we'll also
I have enslaved Zach and said that he's gonna have to work on the game until he falls down from all of the efforts that he's gonna have put into it. So he's now my slave.
Yeah, I think that's always how it is a little bit. Take care and have a good day.
Okay, so thanks for this TSC studio. We're gonna talk another day, for sure. I'm gonna try to be as active as possible on the Discord. I can't promise anything. I'm not
He's
good
not a Discord person.
I'm not a Discord person. I'm going to try. Zach is supposed to be there every day. I'm gonna try to do the same, but I can't guarantee anything. Just so you guys know. So
if you want to talk to Dalen, you just have to add God.
Okay, so yeah. I have to summon Abe Lincoln to free Zach. Actually, I don't. If I remember correctly, Abraham Lincoln wasn't doing this the Civil War to liberate slaves. It was for some other reason, but I don't remember it.
For that too.
It was like a secondary objective.
There was a lot of objective. I mean, the main thing is that there were anti. Anyway, we're just gonna. It's not the story time, but they were anti-American for sure. So.
Yeah, I don't have my sources open.
I don't want to enter into politics, so that's just not.
So, thanks a lot, everyone. Make sure to get some amazing Shadow of the Conqueror shirt or Diratia production shirts if you want to support us. There's also the Patreon.
Like we said, $4 on the shirt. By the way, that's something I really want to say to everyone. I think that's really important. If you subscribe to Patreon or buy a shirt, 100% of everything goes to Shadow of the Conqueror. Just so we're clear.
No.
No?
The merch goes to Shadow of the Conqueror. The Patreon goes to the channel.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so no, it's just for the merch. The merch goes
Yeah.
100% to it. That's just an important
Well,
thing.
100%. Teespring takes their cut. Shad takes
Yeah,
his
yeah,
cut.
for sure.
But yeah. So and if you get a shirt, you're also supporting Shad because Shad is getting a cut of this.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the Patreon supports all of our projects. So if you like the Attack on Titan episodes that I'm making, if you like our live streams, and for the game as well, because we're trying to do everything as much for free as possible for everyone that cannot support us, or so that it's accessible to the most people as possible. So yeah, that's it. So thanks a lot for everyone, and have an excellent day.